What?
Huh?
Did you just
No, I didn't say that.
What did you just say? Repeat what you said.
I said I want to be here.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
Better have said that.
That's not what I said.
Brain cells. The last view. It's the last view.
Brain cells.
Bro, I thought this duck had 3 eyes over here, and I was gonna be very concerned.
Hello, and welcome to yet another episode of The Last Few Brain Cells podcast. That's the show where unqualified people talk about quality topics. As always, we got another good episode for you today, folks. I'm your man, Cheeks, and today I am joined by my two bros in Arter and Hazey. What is going on, gentlemen? I love how I meant to mute one of y'all, and I muted both by accident.
This
My
man
bad.
here, I didn't even want to hear me talking.
My man
He
said-
asked me a question, then muted me. Said, "Nah, they don't."
This is a monologue. They're just
Yeah.
here to look at me. I love how though I get through that whole intro and I don't even remember. Like, I just say it now.
Oh, yeah.
That intro, I just say it. Not even much thought goes into it. A lot of times I forget until like the music's ending. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta do the intro. Hello. With the old 3-eyed duck.
Oh man, it kind of scared me. I looked over and I was like, I thought this one eye here was like a giant middle eye.
A friend from work gave that to me. Well, she kind of just put it there.
Kind of creepy.
The duck, or the fact that she gave me the duck?
The duck.
Maybe there's like a camera and a microphone on it. Maybe
Ooh.
she's listening in.
Just never mind.
You can watch. It's fine. You're loud. You got my... I'm not pressing charges. She's got my permission. I'm just kidding. That's an invasion of privacy.
We still have that
Gonna
one
unmute
muted.
me there, sir.
I didn't know you were ready.
Oh, bro, I've been ready for like 5 minutes, but I was just letting y'all talk
I
out.
was looking into Arter's dreamy eyes.
They shit brown.
Dreamy though, a dreamy shit.
He said that's a dream.
That's a shit you dream about, sir. How you doing?
Oh, I'm great. I just had to get me a little nicotine in my system, you know, keep me
Dipatine.
keep me alive.
I guess.
I don't think that's really how that works. But there was a study done that nicotine itself has benefits for you, but tobacco is what kills you.
Correct. It be what it be. It indeed be what it be.
Yeah, I'll stick with my dip. There's a lot less additives in dip than there
Did
is.
you just say dick?
Yeah,
Dip.
he did. I heard him.
I said
I
dip.
saw-
He
So
wants to
I-
stick with his dick. I heard him.
I said dip.
Oh,
There's a lot less additives in that than cigarettes. So.
How about I dip my dick into that mouth?
Oh man, I don't.
Oh,
I'm not gonna try to compare like chewing tobacco to smoke like cigarettes only because like it's all bad.
it's
for
all
you.
bad. It's all bad. But
Like I'm not gonna say one's
Correct.
better or the other.
Correct.
I'm still gonna put it in my mouth.
Yeah, but don't try to
Yeah,
say
you can
one's
put it
better
in your
than the
mouth.
other.
Oh.
You can put it in your mouth.
What?
Yes. Indeed. It was a good cough.
Bro, have you ever thrown up brushing your teeth?
No?
I did this morning.
You get aggressive when you brush your teeth.
I've
I've
gagged.
watched.
I've gagged,
Well,
brushing
I mean,
my
but-
tongue.
Yeah, like I do every time I brush my tongue. I'm just saying,
I
like
would-
this morning, like I just
I hate it. I'm like, oh, that's far enough. That's far enough. I don't need to scrub any further back. Yeah.
like I don't know, but this morning I guess I just hit it too far or something. I just
I mean, I
threw
said
up.
I hit it with a.
like I don't know.
You watch hentai?
No.
You watch hentai?
It's not a personal preference, but I've watched it before.
Okay.
This man used to be a degenerate. Some of the animes I've seen him cause
I had to tell him not to watch one the other night.
like, he
'cause
literally
it's-
I was scrolling through like I'm looking for a new show to watch because I'm caught
And
up
it's
on
just,
a lot.
It's just lolicon.
No, well, I don't know about all that. But what I was saying, like there was these shows I was just going through like Crunchyroll and everything,
Uh-huh.
just trying to find a new one. He was like, "Oh, that show, don't watch it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Because I don't like fan service shows. I don't care. I don't want to see tits all over a screen when I'm watching an anime."
So I have to be in the mood for that.
He- Even
Like
then,
sometimes
like,
I want
just-
stories and titties, and sometimes I don't. You know.
Well,
It's
apparently
very
this
rare.
one show there is no story.
And just all titty.
Dude, okay, so let me give you the plot of this show real quick. So I can't remember if it's his mom or his dad, but one of them marries like an angel or something, and they go on this like trip. They just leave the house. They're like, all right, we're married now. We're going on vacation. You know, you're here by yourself.
Got angel shit to do.
Yeah, we're just going on a trip. You're here by yourself, and then all of a sudden, like 2 angel girls show up, and they're his stepsisters, and then the whole show just proceeds. They fuck the whole time.
What angels, huh?
I just
Protect us, Lord.
I just don't get
she
like
couldn't protect. She was too busy getting
shows
dick.
like that are popular. I just don't understand. That's
I'm
so
not,
weird.
I don't watch
There is
shows
a
like
whole
that.
genre of anime.
A whole genre?
A whole genre of anime.
A genre. JOHNRA. Genre.
Hey, don't worry about how I say words. There is a whole genre
Thank you.
of anime
You know what movie?
that is dedicated to incest.
I'm sure there is. Do you know what movie I watched the other day and I had not watched in quite a while, and I forgot how much I enjoyed that movie?
What movie?
Peter Jackson's King Kong. 2005 King Kong.
Couldn't get into King Kong.
What? With Adrian Brody, and they go to Skull Island, and King Kong fights T-Rexes because they still got dinosaurs on that island. You never seen it?
I don't think so.
It's like a 3-hour adventure. Came out
I remember
2005.
a King Kong movie.
I know
but
what movie he's talking about. I've never been into King Kong.
Really? It's fun. I mean,
I watched it. It's good.
you can watch King Kong fight T-Rexes.
I watched it. It's good.
He bites one of the T-Rex's tongues out of their mouth.
Oh, I've seen that movie.
Yeah. It's a good movie. Have you played the video game for that?
I have not.
It's fun. You play as Jack, you know, the main guy, Adrian Brody's character. And literally on Skull Island, just pretty much the whole time, it's just dinosaur survival. It's so much fun. You just run around and like go into little safe zones, and the dinosaurs chase you, and they scare the fuck out of you. You're throwing spears and shit at them, trying to fight them, and then the T-Rex comes, and you just have to run. Then sometimes you get to play as King Kong, and then you get to fight the T-Rexes and shit. It's a fun game.
Movies like that, I always enjoyed. Like a similar kind of movie. I've always enjoyed Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yeah, with Brendan
Loved
Fraser.
that movie.
Love
Did you
that
see the
movie.
I
second
love
one?
Brendan Fraser. Well, yeah, with The Rock.
Yeah,
It
the
was
Rock one
ass.
wasn't that good, but the Brendan Fraser one, great, classic,
Goated.
love it.
He's an amazing actor, though.
If they could actually create a Jurassic Park in real life, would you go?
Yeah,
Well, hell no.
I'd go.
Seen too many movies.
But
You've seen Final Destination,
well,
right?
like Jurassic World, it was open for how many years before they had a problem? So I mean, like, what's the chances they're gonna have a problem while
Well,
I'm
I mean,
there?
you've
I'll
seen-
take that risk.
Well, he's saying that, but you've seen Final Destination.
I know.
I'm with
You
everything.
still riding roller coasters?
I ain't rode a
Still
roller
riding
coaster in
train?
so long.
Still riding.
I ain't never
train.
been on a train, bro.
I have.
You never been on a train?
No.
They're actually not.
We
trolley?
live in the South, man. What
You've
do
never
you
been
need
on a
train
trolley
for?
in
Hey,
New Orleans? You never
no.
been on a trolley?
No.
Hazey, I took a train to freaking Baltimore.
You never been to Disney World?
I have not. I've been to Universal, not Disney.
You don't have trains at Universal?
Universal's great.
Universal's way
I've been
better.
to Universal.
There's not an Amtrak at Universal.
What'd you just say, Hazey?
Huh?
What'd you just say?
I said Universal's better than Disney, I think.
I have to disagree. And I have to disagree for one reason and one reason alone. The rides at Disney are far superior. Far. They obviously have way more money to pump into their rides.
Well, yeah, it's Disney.
I personally enjoyed Universal more.
I did too. So I went to Universal. Okay, I've been to Orlando a couple times. I went
I've
there
been
before.
twice.
I've been to Disney about 3 times. I went once when I was very little. Can't remember. I went once at like 13. I'm sorry, I've been 4 times. I went once in 2017 that my mom paid for, and we all went and we stayed on the resorts.
I did too.
And you had the Magic Band and everything.
I did too.
Went on all the parks and shit. Fucking amazing.
We
And
stayed
then
on the resort.
Me and Suave J went in 2020, right before the pandemic, like a month before everything shut down. We were in Disney. So we had just gotten there. We saw the new Star Wars park and everything.
See,
And on that trip, that when I went with Suave J, was the only trip I've been to Universal like twice. We went there and just only did Universal, and that's it. But when I went with Suave J, we pumped some money into this trip, and we did Universal and Disney. So Universal with all the fast passes and everything, and then like 3 days at Disney. And the difference between the two, if you do both of them in the same trip,
I did.
miles
We
apart.
did Universal and Disney when we stayed at the
The
resort.
rides are wonky to me. I
And
get motion sickness and shit on the
I
Universals.
I felt I just had a better time at Universal.
That's fair.
I
did enjoy the
Universal.
beers around the world. We tried to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
We did all
That's
that.
amazing. And then of course the butter beer.
I will
Butterbeer
say-
at Diagon Alley,
It
great.
is superior.
I will say Disney. You're right. Production wise and like the aesthetic wise,
They're on it. They're just on
the
the shit.
park is fantastic, and I loved it. But
Uh-huh.
as far as just like the ambiance I was around, like having a good time with friends, like the stuff that I interact
get you.
with,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Universal
understand
was
that.
a lot
I
more
understand
fun.
that. But I'm gonna ask you a question. When you went, was the Star Wars park opened?
No, it was not yet.
I challenge you to go back and hit that Star Wars park though, because I understand
there
exactly
was one
what you
more that
mean.
wasn't done. Twin Dragons was getting destroyed. That had build.
now it's Hagrid's little.
They hadn't built the new
Right.
castle yet.
Yeah.
So you know how you're walking through. I understand what you're saying. The only place I really got what you're talking about when you're walking through like Diagon Alley and you feel like you're there, and like
Yeah.
everything, like you feel surrounded, like it looks
Like that's
You feel like you're in your
that's
environment?
cool, man. Like I really enjoyed all that.
You saw Avatar at Disney though, right?
Yeah,
that it was the only part of the
Yeah.
park that felt like you were there.
Yeah.
So Star Wars, dude, you feel like you're on a different planet. Like it looks like buildings built into the side of mountains and shit. You're walking around a corner. There's a giant life-size Millennium Falcon parked right in a crater on a landing gear that you can go
That's
walk
pretty
up to
cool.
and shit. Like you're immersed into like Tatooine, like which is where it is. Like there's a Rey walking around. There's stormtroopers on patrol when you're there, like in full gear, and they have like an Imperial officer with them patrolling with them. I've
bet
got
he's
videos I can
hot
show you.
in that. I bet
Yeah.
that stormtrooper's
Well-
sweating.
Well, those suits are like multiple thousands of dollars, and I'm pretty sure they're self-cooling. I'm almost 100% sure they're self. And they talk like you can talk to them, you can have a conversation with them, and they're in character.
You want to go steal them?
Like one guy was like walking, and he was walking past one of them sliding doors. And you know, one of the original, you could see a guy get hit in the head by one of the sliding doors. So I told him, I was like, "Hey man, watch your head. The little sliding door comes down quick sometimes, you know." And he was like, "Man, it says my comms are working, but all I'm hearing static." And they just walked away. I was like, "Oh, what fucking douchebags!"
That's great though. Solid.
And then the
A
officer
man literally
chick-
just told you, go fuck yourself, kid.
and then I took a video. I have it on Snapchat. I can show y'all after. But I took a video of them walking by on their patrol, and then like the guard chick stops and tries to pose for my picture, but the way I'm positioned blocks her out completely, and then she just walks off like behind me. It was quite hilarious. She tried to photobomb, but I blocked her without even realizing I was blocking
So,
her.
ha-ha.
I watched it back later. I'm like, oh, she stopped and posed, but I missed it. She was kind of hot too. I ain't gonna lie. She was in character.
You want to go
though.
steal a suit?
We can try. We can try.
I'm down.
But yeah, Star Wars Park's dope, and it's in Universal Studios.
Didn't you make a lightsaber there?
I did. So it's in Universal Studios, and that was cool making a lightsaber. But that immediately, I'm sorry, it was in Hollywood Studios at Disney,
Yeah.
one of their parks, and it immediately makes that the best park. Immediately, like that. It's so fucking cool. Yeah, they.
I don't think none of that was done.
You
the
know,
last
you
time
just
I
you
went.
pay your measly $250.
Yeah,
you know?
just a little
That's how much the
something slight.
lightsaber costs?
Yeah.
It's a little slight.
Well, that's how much the lightsaber in class cost, but you can't get the lightsaber without the class.
Very true.
So it's like the lightsaber, I think, was like 175, and then like the class was another 75.
Jeez.
And then but it's all one price. Like you just walk in there like, all right, 250, 27 or whatever they say. You
250, 27.
you pay it this little. It looks like a cash register carved into the side of a mountain. Like it's kind of cool this shit, but I'm like, fuck 250. Jay said it was gonna be about 150. That's an extra fucking 100. But I was like, it's Disney, it's lightsaber,
Oh
it's
yeah,
Star
like you're
Wars.
gonna spend the money.
Boop. I had to move some monies
That's
around,
like
but I said
that's like
boop.
going to Vegas and not going to eat at Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Like you just
I spent $360 there for me and Suave J for his birthday.
My
I took him
aunt-
to Hell's Kitchen
my
in Las
aunt went.
Vegas. $360.
she said it was she loved it.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah, she said
Oh,
she loved it.
phenomenal. I actually I ate there and I was like, oh, this is good. And I stole their recipe for like 2 things. It's beautiful. I love it. I had to keep eating it at home. But
I
yeah.
want to try that.
So you pay your little $250 inside the little cash register carved into the side of the mountain. And then they're like, all right, follow me. And they take you down this little cool little tunnel thing and into this room. And you're inside this room. And there's a big long table. And it's got like one of those little holographic things on top, and it's shining something on the middle. And it's got these little sections on the perimeter of the table, and everyone steps up to a section. It looks like a little workbench for you to build your lightsaber on. and they bring out all these pieces for you to choose from, and like, oh, okay, I want this to be my hilt, and this to be my grip, and I want this to be my button, to turn on the lightsaber, and blah 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 blah. And you just have like the guts of it, and you select your kyber crystal. They come out, and it's got blue, purple, green, and red.
I'd have a purple one.
Purple for sure.
And they went around, and there's kids in here, and everybody's in character. They're like, young Jedi's true. And I'm looking at the guy, and I'm fucking with this guy this whole time. Like, Master Yoda was coming over the speaker, and this guy kept being like, Master Yoda's speaking through us through the Force, and he'd be over the speaker or whatever. And at the end, he was like, thank you, Master Yoda, for that wisdom. And I hit that man with the, welcome you are. And he just looks at me and he cracks a little smile, but he has to stay in character, so he has to read off his next little line. But he gave me that little side eye and a little smile, And then, then you put your lightsaber, your kyber crystal. So whatever color kyber crystal you put in your lightsaber, it'll change. So I have a red one in there right now. So if I turn it on, it's going to be red. But if I take it all apart and pull that kyber crystal out, I also have a white one. If I put that white one in there and turn it on, it's going to be white. It knows what color is inside of it.
That's dope.
It is. So you put your crystal in, then you build your lightsaber, and it's all metal and everything.
I mean, that's kind of.
And then you pop your blade in, and you pop it on. It's cool. So, and then around the park, there was like display cases of just kyber crystals. Buy whatever color you want. They all work with all of them. Just, oh, I want that blue one. Let me throw that blue one at any gift shop there, and then you pop your blue kyber crystal in, and it's gonna work. Like it's really dope. I'll take it apart and show it to you after.
That's dope.
I'll get the other crystal and I'll change it out and everything for you. But yeah, and then so you build your little lightsaber in this room, and then you go about your day. And I don't want to ramble on about this too much and sound like I'm bragging or anything else, but I have to tell you, Disney World now, it was previously Rock and Roller Coaster at Universal.
When I was
my favorite roller coaster I've ever ridden on. It's a great roller coaster.
Incredible.
The Mummy's fun there too, and the Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk, I have to take Dramamine, or it's going to give me motion sickness.
Oh well, you're hitting that tunnel at a G.
Dude, I know.
Like
it's
when they
crazy.
launch you, I remember the lights
I've ridden
going
it
and they
3 times,
count it down. And I remember them telling you when they're strapping you in, when you see the lights, like I know the dude was telling us, like just just.
And I also appreciate Universal and Disney are like the only 2 parts I don't have to worry about being able to fit on the rides, because like in Tennessee, like Dollywood, the rides there, like I can't get them over my shoulders. I'm too tall for them. I'm 6'2". I'm a tall individual, but like. I can't get them over my shoulders. Like I have to like crunch down like this to get it to click, and it's really uncomfortable. But at Disney and Universal, I don't have to worry about that. I can pretty much fit in the seats. It's great. Even on the sophisticated, like the all over around, I'm still good on that.
Yeah.
But so there's this. So now Disney owns the rights to my personal favorite ride, and it's not even a roller coaster. It's nothing. It's just a car. It's like an RC car. It's a giant RC car. All right, so this ride does not have a line. You cannot go wait into a line to get into this ride. You have to be inside the Star Wars park, and they open it up at like 9 a.m. Park opens at 8. Then you have to go wait into a certain section, and at 9 a.m. it goes live. And the GPS for in the park app, the Disney app, it sees where you are in the park. You can keep pings on whoever. Like you have your phone. We all have the Disney park app linked with us, and that's how we experience Disney together. I can see where you guys are at all times, and you can see where I am at all times.
Yeah,
so
we had that.
If we get lost in the park, you can find each other easy. So it knows where you are while that thing's open. So you have to be in there with your app open in a certain section, and then it lets you apply to get onto this ride. So we had 6 of us, me, Suave, Jay, and 4 other people when we went, and we all huddled in this little section, and we all got on our phones, and like 2 of us were able to get in. So then one of them canceled theirs because only one person needs to get in. And ask how many people. You put 6, and they put you all in one group together. So we got a time to go into this little tunnel in the park out of the middle of nowhere. Like you just walk in, and then it's like, oh, there's the little tunnel. Like, and you just go down this little secret tunnel off to the side in the park, in like hiding in plain sight. And then like the wall opens up, and they're like, show us your pass. And then you show them your pass, and they let you in. And then, like, you immediately get put in this room, and that's when the ride starts. So there's no line for it. You get put in this room, and you're like a prisoner inside of an Imperial craft, and the walls open up, and like you have to wait in line.
Is it like a 4D type ride, like an interactive room type ride?
People are there, like there's actors on the ride with you, like pretending to be Imperial like officers, and they're walking down like, you guys are traitors. Who knows something? You're going to be interrogated by General Hux himself, and they're all looking you up, and you talk to them. And I was shitting on my girl. I'm like, don't look at me with them eyes, girl. I'll come over there and I'll show you something to remember.
Well, I only
don't know what
asked
said.
because like I learned something new about myself when I went to Disney last, and I don't remember if it was Disney or Universal, but there was this like a helicopter simulator ride.
Oh, and you could steer it?
No, like you were just in this giant room with a bunch of people, but like you were in a helicopter and it was going through the mountains and shit. Well, there was like, it was crash landing and the whole room would like, flip.
Oh, yeah. It was a simulator ride?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So learning something new about myself, that makes me severely sick.
Yeah, I used to take Dramamine for those. But no,
Like-
this is not that. I'm explaining. So you they put you in a jail cell with your group, and then like there's an explosion in your jail cell. They like fake an explosion. Like nothing like is hot, nothing like flies or anything, but I don't know how they do it. It's kind of dope. It's like psh, you're like, oh, and then like you walk through this door and it's like rebels are there and like, come on, we're breaking you out of here, and like you're like, all right. So then you get into like you follow them and they put you into this little cart with R2D2, and they're like, he's gonna get you out of here. He knows how to drive it, and like you look down, there's no track. It's just a floor, and you just slide forward, like no one controlling it. It's like your group of people and like a little R2D2, and he's like in the front going beep 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 beep, and you're just fucking sliding across the floor, and he knows exactly what they're doing. Like there's AT-ATs like walking, and you're sliding under their fucking feet and shit, and Kylo Ren comes out and he like force grabs your cart, and like the cart starts like rocking and rising and shit, and then like another explosion happens. He gets distracted, and then you drive away really quick, and then you're just out, and then you make it and you fly through space and shit. Oh yeah, there's fucking drops on this thing. Like you're in the cart and the cart just drops, and like you go down an elevator obviously, and then you're in a fucking TIE fighter, and you're flying in a fucking TIE fighter. This ride's fucking dope, son.
But that's what I'm saying. If the room moves at all, that's where I'll lose it.
Only the cart moves.
I'll lose it.
The
That's
cart
the
stays on the floor.
Because
Well,
it's
take
it's
Dramamine. Just take Dramamine.
Yeah, I would have to because like the simulated part of it with.
Goated.
But like I'm
goated.
fine on roller coasters.
I'm gonna see if
but
I
if
can
it's a
find a
virtual
video of
thing
it.
like that, I'll instantly I'll literally go white.
It's not, well, the TIE fighter space thing is virtual. The rest of it's not. You're following, like, you're in a room and like there's an actor that
Well, like,
comes out and
Transformers
like,
had a-
or it's a really cool animatronic.
Did you ride the Transformers ride?
Yes.
Okay, those are fine with because you're constantly actually moving. But if it was a stationary room that did a visual thing like that, I was instantly white and done.
The Despicable Me one fucked me
The
up.
Spider-Man
Yeah,
one messed me
The
up.
Simpsons one's pretty rough too.
Yeah,
But,
it was very rough.
Back in Disney, you're gonna have to take Dramamine. Then you're not gonna like this ride. But there is a ride where 6 people get into a room and they control the Millennium Falcon, and you all 6 together fly the Millennium Falcon.
I'll
One
crash
person controls up and down. One person controls left and right.
We'd be crashed.
One person controls like the harpoon. Another person controls defensive, and you all have to work together as a team. And you either make it or you don't. And however you end up is how like you'll exit. So like there's multiple tunnels to exit. So if you do really good and your ship doesn't take much damage in the simulation, when you come out, like you're walking through a hallway and everything's neat and everything to the exit. Or if everything's heavily damaged, like the hallway you walk out, like there's holes blown in the side of the ship and shit. And, like everything's like falling apart.
I'd crash it on purpose.
We did.
Oh yeah.
Jacob and I specifically requested to get put in the one where we're the driver. So our group got separated because every group wanted to drive.
Yeah.
So we all got put in one positions, and they just put in randoms behind us. They didn't care where they went. They just wanted to ride the ride. And so Suave J and I were driving it. We purposely were like, hey, dude, let's make it look like accidents. So like we're just that bad. Like, oh, there was one meteor. There's one big rock on the screen and like clear skies all the way around it. And I was just like, oh. And like we went right into it. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm still getting the hang of the controls. Like I made us fail on purpose. We went out of the broken one. Star Wars Park is fun, and you can go into the cantina too and like drink alcohol.
Harry Potter was.
Yeah, Harry Potter's dope. The Hogwarts ride though, worst motion sickness I've ever gotten on a ride. And
The
that's
broom one?
no, I'm talking about the one where
The
you.
Quidditch, not the Quidditch one.
I'm talking about the one where you get in those little things and like it jerks you around,
Oh,
like
yeah,
brings you to
yeah,
different
yeah.
screens and shit
Yeah.
inside of Hogwarts.
Hagrid's ride was
You're
pretty
talking about the
dope.
castle, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I couldn't ride that one. I was too
I,
big.
it wasn't there when I was there.
I was able to ride it. It gave me horrible motion sickness. It's easily the worst motion sick I've ever gotten on a ride in
The
my life.
Hagrid ride was pretty fun.
The Hagrid ride
the
was
motorbike
fun.
one.
But
They didn't have that
the
one.
dragon, the bank vault one, that one was fun as shit.
I don't remember that one.
Where you
Yeah, the
go
bank
through
vault one,
Gringotts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Gringotts,
that one
yeah.
was pretty good.
Yeah, that one's fun as shit.
The castle one wasn't done when I was there.
Yeah, it was done. But
Did
I
y'all
was,
ride the King
too
Kong
big.
one? It's kind of new, but it's the 2005 King Kong one, and it like came out after Skull Island had already come out and been a huge success.
I don't remember it being there. Is that Disney?
Did you ride the? No, it's Universal.
Universal.
Did y'all ride Fast and Furious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Worst
Yes.
ride I've ever been on.
God awful.
I like the.
Suave J and I took an edible before riding it, and it was my favorite ride of all time. Like favorite experience at least.
I enjoyed the Jurassic Park ride, the water ride.
Jurassic World.
Oh yeah, that one's fun, and the T-Rex comes through at
You
the
know-
end at the drop.
Honestly,
right at the
do you know what
T-Rex.
my favorite memory of that is?
Uh,
And it's crazy because that's the time I went with my ex. But we were going on that ride, and her little brother, who was like 5 or 6 at the time,
yeah.
he was just tall enough to ride this one ride, like Jurassic World. And he would love Jurassic Park. He'd love dinosaurs and shit. So we're going through the ride, and he was afraid of heights. Just like every other kid, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
So it was great about this ride is it's all indoor. You don't
You
really
didn't see
see
it.
how high you're going.
And then once you go through, you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad.
So as we're going through the line, I don't know how it is now, but they used to have TVs everywhere, and it was explaining the ride and talking about the ride and the details of it. And it just so happened to say it's the largest water ride, and he was like, huh? So then the whole time he's freaking out through this whole ride, and his dad's like, just shut up, blah blah blah. We're going on it. So he has a great time. He's going through this ride. He's having a great time looking at all the dinosaurs.
Was he
and-
terrified by the T-Rex?
No, he wasn't. He was terrified when he went south. He freaked out and basically said he never trusted any of us again and blah, blah, blah. But he said the last thing, as he was crying because of how terrified he was of the fall, all you heard was the last thing I saw was a T-Rex's nuts.
There's no nuts on the ride.
No,
it's only his
there's-
neck sticking out.
There's not, but
That's great.
it was hilarious because all you saw was like the head T-Rex, like it came
Yeah.
down as you went through the window.
Yeah.
So he said, I looked up and all I saw was the T-Rex nuts. And he was just mid-tears. It was the greatest thing ever.
I've had my fair share of horrible theme park ride picks. When I was a kid, yeah. Now I can ride them, and I usually just keep a smile the whole time, so I always look good in the pic. Like, you'll see me come around the corner, like always be posing for him. Like,
Rip Ride Rocket got me.
I knew it was coming, so I took a good pick. I was hitting with the
I
cheese.
did. I knew it was coming. And it still got
Which
me.
one's the Rip Ride Rocket?
That's the one you go straight up
You
on
can
with the music.
You could pick
Oh,
your own
okay,
song
yeah,
and everything.
yeah, yeah.
It goes straight up. What is
Yeah.
it, like 10 stories?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a week after I went and rode that ride for the first time, that someone got stuck on that ride going up, and they had to shut the park down. They were stuck up there going straight up. So you're sitting going up, not sitting going down. That's good.
That's good.
So you're sitting going up, so your back is where gravity.
At least you got music.
Yeah, they were chilling up there for 3 hours though, until the fire department got up there with ladders and got everybody down.
That's
Who's climbing that
Solid.
ladder?
They were fully comped for their trip to the park.
My man, I don't give it. I'm not climbing that ladder. You better carry me.
I'm pretty sure they did. They can. They're strong.
Could you
men.
imagine having to carry Hazey?
And women's. Yo, that's a big fella. But how about the Mummy ride? The Mummy ride's
I
freaking
love the
dope,
Mummy
too.
ride.
Which
Fucking
one was
love
that?
the Mummy.
Bruh.
Is that indoor roller coaster?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the indoor
Yeah,
roller coaster where the
yeah.
fire fire
Yeah.
comes out the wall.
Yeah, the roof catches
I
on fire.
loved the what was it? Was it rock and roll indoor too?
Rock and roller coaster at Disney
Was it Disney? I
with the
thought it was-
Aerosmith.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's Disney.
that one's dope.
That's
too.
in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
Along with Tower of Terror. Dude, Hollywood Studios is
Tower
the best
of
one.
Terror.
And Star Wars.
Did they
parks
get
there
rid
now?
of Tower of Terror?
No, they didn't.
I know they said they were going to.
Well, no, they changed it in California's ones, and the one in Hollywood, they changed that to the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's the same ride though. You still go up and down, but it's not Tower of Terror. It's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like
How they changed that to a Guardians of the Galaxy ride?
You know how in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, when Rocket's sitting there playing with the Gravitron, launching 2 different sets of people into the air? Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Pretty easy. Not hard to.
But Tower of Terror was.
It's an icon.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like they're thinking about taking out Aerosmith on Rock and Roller Coaster and replacing it with someone slightly newer, and like letting that go for a generation and then slightly newer again,
Mhm.
and just keep updating it.
Yeah.
They could do like Ed Sheeran. Like he's probably one of the biggest icons music wise of like the last 20 years, like to come up.
I'm still like, I don't know. I still
Ed
like
Sheeran's still selling out stadiums from his album he released 10 years ago.
that is true.
Talking about the Wimbledon album.
No, the Divide.
Oh, yeah.
The Divide. He's still going around playing Divide. He still sells out stadium. I saw him in New Orleans. My mom bought tickets for her and a husband. They were supposed to sit in the front row. Her husband got called into some military shit. So then the ticket was free. So I got to slide there in the front row, and he sold out the Superdome.
Cheeks. With them headphones that he's wearing, does his head look like it's cradled like an egg?
It does. That's mean, but it
Hey,
does.
hey. These headphones are comfortable.
Bro, I looked over and I saw how it was like formed to his head, and I was like, bro, you got an egg.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, these headphones are comfortable though.
Oh,
you look comfortable. I'm about to come over there and lay on you.
Hey man, I'm just chilling.
You about to chill with my lips on yours.
bro, why your whole titty out?
It is. It is.
I wanted
like,
I wanted to get y'all excited
It doesn't. It doesn't work.
for the prospects of what could happen on this couch.
It's a casting couch now, huh?
Got to get a camera up in here.
I don't want it.
I got to see that hairy nipple
Oh Lord.
mixed with the
Like
armpit
it honestly
hair next
looks
to
like
it.
that shirt is on backwards. Like that's how much of your tits out. Like it's
Hey, I'm just chilling. I'm comfortable.
You look like you're about to fall asleep.
I feel like it.
Yeah. You still have to drive. So.
I know.
Maybe would it be
I
though?
do.
If I
You know,
fall asleep going down the
that is
road,
life.
it is what it is.
If it's my time,
You're not gonna fall asleep going down the road.
If it's my time,
Yeah, well, yeah, it's true. If it's your time, who's gonna stop you from fulfilling your time?
I would
I
hope you
reckon-
would. I hope you would like come in like Superman and save me.
I'll swoop in there and save the day for you, my sweet.
Like as I'm flying through the windshield, you just catch me real quick and land me.
I'll catch like Dominic Toretto caught Letty, and then use that windshield to
Yeah.
break his fall
Yeah.
when he went bridge jumping.
So did you see the video where they were pulling the Titan out the water?
No.
Yeah, they found remains in it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Did they?
supposedly remains. That's why they covered it. We're not really gonna know. It's all gonna be like liquid, but it weren't they like I've seen different, but you know everything gets twisted in media, and you know everybody on social media plays telephone game with information. So, but I was seeing things that like people were they told us it exploded, and I'm like, but they brought it up as a whole sub and everything, but I'm like, it didn't explode. It just kind of crushed.
Shrunk in on itself.
So it's like it wasn't strong enough to maintain against that pressure.
It imploded.
Well, you see where they're saying the carbon fiber hole's what failed.
Yeah.
I thought they said that the
No.
door fell.
No, the door didn't fail. The carbon fiber hole did.
Oh,
Damn.
Probably where they mounted that TV on the wall.
I don't know.
Probably
They
so.
used expired carbon.
Oh, how nice.
Well, that's how they got it for. They got a supposedly. I just read it. I don't know.
Got a good
obviously.
deal on it.
They got a really good deal on all this carbon that they had used because they use it for aircrafts and stuff. But it was
Out of the date
past
that
its
they
shelf
can use.
life to use for aircraft, so they sold it to Seagate
Submarine, yeah.
for a
They're
discounted
paying
price.
for it now. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Like I said, I don't know.
Allegedly.
I do know that if you look up Seagate's thing, they're hiring for
A CEO.
a sub pilot.
Wasn't the CEO on there too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have another one already.
Yeah, it was an inside job.
Yeah.
They needed him gone.
They put a little slit on the side.
You see them like they're about to drop down. You see one of them come over with a box cutter and just right in the side of the sub and just
Good luck.
be safe.
Just
Be seeing you, boss.
just inspecting the outside before y'all go.
Yeah, just
Then
taking
you cut it and you just, she's good.
She's good. Put some flex tape on it.
I was like, hey, Flex Tape can handle that. According
Hey.
to Fast and Furious, it can handle space.
Flex Seal holds up a boat from sinking.
Apparently,
With a
in Fast
screen
and Furious
door.
9,
Oh, gee.
it withstands the pressure of space.
Wait. They went in space.
Yeah, they flew
Yes.
into space with a rocket, with a car in space. Tyrese Gibson and
Bro, you're
Ludacris.
fucking with me. No
They
way.
sent the two black men to space.
Yeah, swear to God. Look it up.
They're in space and like
For like
it starts hissing. It goes, tss, space, and they're
Bro,
like, "Oh,
that
get some
used
duct
to
tape
be
on
a
there."
joke
I
when
know.
6
They went to
came
space.
out.
Yeah, they went to space.
There's no way.
Nope, they did. I shit my pants when I saw that in theaters. I'm like, they actually fucking went to space.
Oh my fucking god, they did. What the?
They went to space, son.
They took her in to the moon.
And back. They both survived.
Bro,
NASA couldn't even do that every time. They did.
Bro, I can't with this franchise.
One of these days, straight to the moon.
Like,
Eventually we'll get
why
there.
do you think this franchise is still?
Money.
Obviously, they're still making it. I can't even ask.
Their family.
Yeah.
Money.
Family.
Who's running it now? Is it
Vin
still
Diesel.
Yeah.
Vin Double Diesel.
But The Rock's back now.
Is he? I thought they had a falling out.
After credits of the last one, they showed The Rock.
I thought they had like this big falling out.
They did.
They both want to be the star.
Vin
the
Diesel.
problem.
You see who won? The Rock left, and Vin
Who
Diesel did
swung
not.
it? Who could swing it bigger?
In this particular situation, Vin Diesel. But The
I
Rock
mean, Vin Diesel's been part of the series since the second movie.
first. It's
First
his
movie.
series.
It's his
yeah,
series.
First movie, yeah.
It's his series.
He just wasn't in the second one.
Yeah, he just produced
Third.
it. He wasn't in the second or third. He produced it.
He was
came
in
back-
the second one.
No, he wasn't.
No, and that was
He's
with,
like in the
Tyrese
after
Gibson.
credits.
Tyrese Gibson and
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It was about Brian
Paul Walker.
O'Connor, and then the
Yeah.
third one was about Sean. And then the fourth one came back to Vin Diesel.
Didn't Sean come back?
Yeah, he's the one that helped him get to space. He did the rocket for him, and he didn't go, but he
I'm
did the
not
rocket
watching-
for him.
I'm not watching that movie. I can't.
And then randomly, John Cena's Dominic Toretto's long lost brother, and he was there when Dom's dad died at the racetrack, and they just never spoke about it.
Alrighty then.
And doesn't Dom and Letty have a kid now too, as well?
Yes. Well, no, Dom had a kid with that chick from Fast Five, but she's dead now.
Oh yeah, that's
But
right.
Dom and Letty raise her.
Bro, I'm just not gonna try to watch this series. I stopped watching it after 5, I think. Maybe 6.
7 was the last one Paul Walker was in, so that was the last good one, I think.
Was that the one he was in or the one
Yeah, he
after?
died in that one. That's the one that ended with "It's been."
Okay, then that's the last
No,
one.
he's
I
still
watched.
alive. He always comes at the end of the movie. It's like, oh, there's O'Connor pulling up, and it shows this car pulling up, and then the movie ends. Like they've done that like 3 times now.
But that was the last one.
show up when the work's done.
They write off all the kids. That's where the kids go. It's like, hey, where's the kids at? They're with O'Connor. He'll handle it.
He's the daddy.
He's just never on camera. Like his wife will come out and still go. Like Dom's sister Mia, she still comes out and does shit and goes to work. Brian's always at home with the kids.
He's retired.
He's retired. He's just tired, boss.
He put his time in.
He did everything Dom did plus an extra movie, so he's tired.
What was the extra movie?
2.
Oh.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
I thought you were talking about out of the franchise. I was like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, he did one without him, is all I'm saying. And then
gotcha.
you can really notice. Just get Bradley Cooper to do it. They look close enough.
Wasn't that who played Sean?
No, it was Lucas Black.
Oh. Don't get so aggressive at me.
Don't
For
compare
not
them
having
two.
the
Lucas
knowledge.
Black is ugly. Bradley Cooper is
He's
beautiful.
he's a good man.
Do you know what DK stand for? Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Nah, Drift King.
I remember that scene.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Only DK I know is Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
I just still want to know why they took that beautiful car and put a 4-cylinder in it.
And the
They're in-
races on that one were like weird.
Yeah, they were okay. Like it.
They're in Japan,
There's not even
man. They ain't got
races.
a V8 to put
There's
in that
no
thing.
races anymore. Like they'll randomly in the new ones, like they'll be chilling and be like, I don't know how we're gonna get past the security cameras to get us into the vault. There's only one thing we can do. And then next thing you know, it cuts to them like at a race, like somewhere in like Paris or something, and they just go on a random race. And then like it's somehow being in that race opened up a way for them to do whatever they needed to do. They
Like
do it
I
every
felt
time.
like after
A random race
5,
that always gets like it's always used as a plot driver for no reason.
like I feel like after 5, it was when it just like
6 was okay, and so was 7. 5 was good.
Fast 5 was good.
Fast 5 was just a good movie. It's definitely their peak.
What was 7's when Paul Walker died? What was going on in the movie?
I forgot what
the
seven
light
was
skinned
about.
girl came in there. Jason Statham was in there.
That's when Jason Statham showed up, right?
That was the one he was in. Yeah, that was
Okay,
the one he was
that
the
one-
enemy.
That's the first movie that I kind of was like, this is.
And I think
weird.
Ronda Rousey was in there. It's the one where they jumped that car from
Yeah.
one tower to the next
I
tower.
was like, this
Oh,
is.
yeah.
And then 6 was
Okay.
about
Trying to
the
play footsies.
6 had the plane in it. Remember the plane? And it was like on the runway forever.
Yeah, I remember.
And then Gal Gadot's character dies.
Yeah, I remember 7, where Ronda Rousey fights Letty, and
Yeah.
they let Letty win.
I know.
In
It
real
was
life,
so
that
dumb.
would never happen.
Bro, Ronda Rousey could beat me up. I'll let her.
I'll let her do it sexually.
However she wants.
Why is he always got to take it there?
I don't know why he takes it there, but
Every time.
I'll let her beat me up. Like she's. I'm
Just saying.
Hazy said she
I
can beat
know.
you up. He wants her to beat him off. There's a difference. Up
No,
or
no, that
off.
beat me off.
Yeah, you'd beat you off while she's beating you up.
she just
Yeah.
start whooping your fucking ass.
I'm just laying there, just getting hit in
Her
the face.
husband's
just,
pretty good too. I'm just saying, he'll come whip your ass too if you want him to. He'll fight you.
That is true.
That's his woman.
This is a woman.
You checking your watch? You got somewhere to be?
No, it told me it's time to stand.
That's because you're
'Cause
lazy.
I'm lazy as fuck.
Is why he looked at me earlier. He's like, bro, the watch keeps telling me to stand up like every couple of minutes.
You need
I'm
it.
like, you need to stand up.
Please stand,
It
please.
says time to stand. Stand up. and
I'm
move a
trying
little.
to save you.
Just listen to me.
I'm trying to save your heart.
I'm not trying to hijack this plane. I'm trying to save it. Was Liam Neeson taken?
I'm
Nope.
tired.
Liam
These-
Neeson, nonstop.
I'm tired.
Remember Con
of
Air?
these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
No.
Con Air was so
That's a
good.
Nick Cage movie. You don't remember Con Air?
Maybe.
Bunch of prisoners in a plane. They hijacked the plane.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember snakes on a plane?
Yes. Goated.
Triple
Con Air,
goated.
I thought was a really underrated movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
You know what Nick Cage's probably like most underrated movie is? That I quite enjoy
What?
is the one where it's the end of the world and he's trying to get the kids to the plane or to the aliens. I can't remember the name of the movie.
End of the world. Oh, World at War?
No, it's not World at War.
Fuck. No, you're right.
You know what movie I'm talking about though?
Yes.
Yeah, where he like
I
can
don't.
predict about he's predicting what's
Oh,
about
Knowing.
to happen.
Knowing.
Yeah,
Yes.
knowing. Most
I don't
underrated movie,
remember.
Nick Cage movie.
Drive Angry was fun too, and it doesn't get any.
I didn't enjoy Next that much. It was a good movie, but
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Sorcerer's Apprentice was
That
dope.
was a good movie.
I wish they'd have kept going with the series.
Ghost Rider.
Goat Rider.
Goat Rider.
The first one was great. I didn't enjoy the second one that much.
You're dumb.
Where he's pissing fire.
I enjoyed the first one though.
Kick Ass.
Book of Secrets.
Is Nick Cage in Kick? Oh yeah, he's the old girl's
He's
dad.
Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Book of Secrets. Or what-
National Treasure.
Yeah.
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
You know, that man does really play a bunch of different roles, and they're all kind of similar.
and they're all kind of good.
National Treasure was goated. Just goated.
One
Oh,
and
I'll-
two.
I enjoyed one more, but two was definitely goated as well.
Did you like Indiana Jones or National Treasure more?
National Treasure for sure.
See, I liked Indiana
I was
Jones.
about to say-
I don't know. I really liked Indiana Jones.
It's because they had that little Asian kid that you could relate to.
Yeah.
Okie dokie Daka Jones. That's what he
Mhm.
says.
What was his name?
Dude, well, his real name's Ki Hwan. Ki Hwan.
I'm talking about what they call
I don't
him in
remember his
the
last
movie.
name. Ki Hwan. I'm just gonna call him Ki Hwan. But he was in Anywhere, Everywhere, All at Once. He played the dad. Did you see that movie? It's a Korean masterpiece. How'd you not see it?
Just because I'm Korean don't mean I watch Korean shit.
Oh, actually, I think she's Chinese.
The
That makes me
fuck?
racist, doesn't it?
A little.
Dang it! I thought it was a Korean film. I want to say it was directed by Korean something Korean.
What's the little Asian kid's name in the movie?
I don't remember
I
right
don't
now.
know.
I know it's something like
Little
mildly
hat.
mildly racist for
I don't
sure.
think so.
But he won an Oscar for Anywhere, Everywhere, All at Once.
An
That-
Oscar?
Yeah, the little kid is now grown up. He's in his, I think his 50s now, and he is now an Oscar-winning actor.
Indiana Jones really come out that long ago?
Yeah,
Indiana Jones came out forever
Is
ago.
Harrison
bro.
Ford that fucking old?
he's in his 70s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also, so Ki Hwan was also in a movie with Brendan Fraser, right? And so they
Short round.
they both They both
Mildly
they
racist.
both won Oscars the same night.
Brendan Fraser and him.
Mm-hmm. And they were in a movie together.
Bro, Brendan
Encino
Fraser's
Man.
goated.
He is. I'd kiss that man on the forehead
I'm
if
so
I could.
happy for him winning the
I am
award.
too.
God,
I am
he
too.
so deserved it.
He did.
How
That whole movie, his acting just he acted.
do we feel about Clockwork Orange? That was a good movie.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that movie.
Great movie.
Shutter Island? Remember Shutter Island?
I do remember Shutter Island. That was a good movie.
Leonardo DiCaprio and he goes crazy.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Great movie.
10-5 King Kong. King Kong. That's a great movie. I told you that earlier.
Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla.
Like the one that came out like
80.
the Japan one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one,
Goated.
dude. Goated.
Honestly, a lot of the old Godzilla movies, like the Japanese movies,
The old King of
kinda
the
like-
Monsters is pretty good too, where it's basically Rodan, Mothra, and
Is that
Godzilla
the one where they all
versus
fight
King
on the
Ghidorah.
island? Like all fight on that
Yeah.
island? Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I saw it.
Did you see where they retconned the 1998 Godzilla and put it in the 2000 and I think 5 movie Tokyo SOS? It has like all the kaijus attacked, and they have the 1998 Godzilla one in there, and it's just called Zilla.
Zilla.
And it tries to
think
fight
so.
Godzilla, and Godzilla just annihilates
I
him.
don't think so.
Well, he's noticeably smaller.
Well, isn't Godzilla and King Kong kind of just a giant kaiju? Isn't that how it's explained?
What? Godzilla in King Kong?
Yeah.
Godzilla's a kaiju, yeah.
But aren't they all kaiju?
Yeah.
Like in a way?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
they
I
all
thought.
are. King Ghidorah, fucking
Mothra.
all of them.
King Ghidorah is actually an alien.
Oh.
He came from another planet years ago and then froze in Antarctica. Because Godzilla already fought him once years ago, whenever he first got here, because that was when Godzilla was just roaming around defending the Earth. There was a reason Godzilla existed, was to defend the Earth against threats like King Ghidorah. You know, so, and then when King Ghidorah was froze over, they all went into hibernating because it's like, okay, well, now there's no more monsters. There's no reason to be awake. Let's all go to sleep in case he wakes up. Then we'll wake up, you know? But then something else woke him up before that
Weird facts. How do you know all that?
because I'm a Godzilla fan.
For sure.
Did you watch the Netflix anime for Godzilla?
Which one? There's a lot. Oh, anime? I don't know.
And it's
I think
really good. It's a 3-part TV movie.
I might watch it.
It's really good. Like each part's like 2.5 hours. They came out 1 year apart from each other.
I'm still trying to get Hayes to finish Demon Slayer, which is
But,
a
like,
new anime.
It's legit an anime, and like it's not normal Godzilla. Like King Ghidorah is like a giant Chinese snake, like one of the big Chinese
Yeah.
water dragon things that float, but with 3 heads. And he's like made of lightning. He comes from the clouds. Like it's really dope. Very interesting. And he's also like the Godzilla you see in the 2014 movie
Mhm.
and like King of the Monsters and everything is roughly about 300 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this Godzilla is over 1,000 feet tall because it takes
Jeez.
place like 3,000 years in the future, and Godzilla's been sleeping and growing the entire time. Like the Kaijus took over, and the entire human race went to space, and like lived there for a couple thousand years, and then came back to see hopefully Godzilla and everybody's dead, but he wasn't dead.
He's like, I'm bigger.
Yeah, well, he was asleep. He's like, oh, y'all back.
Hey.
I see y'all is back. But it's really good. But there's still humans living here. What? The nipples out again? Show some class.
Have some respect for yourself.
Have some respect for me. Oh. Alrighty, boys. Well, I think it's going to do it for today's episode. I'm getting kind of tired. I don't know about y'all.
I could use a nap.
I could
Use a
too.
Nappy nap.
I'm going to nap on you.
Ooh.
All right. Love y'all. Check us out on TikTok at TLFBC. Field Day coming soon. Great things coming up. Stay tuned. Eventually, we're going to get that video game stream started. But until next time, I love you. Goodbye. Oh. Fuck that up. Brain cells.
I lost a few.
The last view. No mo. It's the last view.
Brain cells.